Welcome to Study Loop.
Hi there. In this question, we have three proposed Lewis structures, and we want to determine if they are correct. So our first one is showing a bond between three nitrogens, or actually a couple of bonds between three nitrogens. And this is an ion, meaning that it has gained an electron because it has a 1 negative charge. So that means this unit has gained 1 electron. So when we're determining the total number of electrons, we need to add one more. So let's do that first. Let's see how many valence electrons we have to work with. Each nitrogen is in group 5 of the periodic table, so each nitrogen has 5 valence electrons. As I mentioned a moment ago, that negative charge means there is 1 extra electron that has been picked up. So that means this would have a total of 16 valence electrons, which translates to needing 16 dots. Well, if we count our dots, we see we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 dots. So that is satisfied. However, if we look at this nitrogen right here, we see it does not satisfy the octet rule. It only has 6 total electrons around it because there's 2 in each bond. So 2, 4, and then 1 lone pair is 6. So this is a no. It has correct number of valence electrons, but doesn't satisfy octet rule. Okay, and it is that last nitrogen that does not, so the symbol is simply N. All right, so that would be our first answer. That one is not a good Lewis structure. Remember, Lewis structures need to have the correct number of dots, and they need to satisfy the octet rule. Our next one shows HBr. Hydrogen's in group 1 of the periodic table, so it has 1 valence electron. Bromine is a halogen in group 7a, so it has 7. That gives us a total of 8. So if we count our electrons, 2, 4, 6, 8, so we have the correct number of dots. And bromine has 8 dots around it. Hydrogen, remember, is an exception to the octet rule. It only needs 2, and it has 2 dots. So therefore, this one is correct. It has the correct number of dots, and the octet rule has been satisfied. All right, that leaves us with one final structure. We have chlorine shown as a double bond to oxygen and a couple of lone pairs on each element. And this is again a negative ion. All right, so looking at number of valence electrons, chlorine, 7, because it's in group 7 of the periodic table. Oxygen, group 6a, has 6. That negative charge means 1 extra electron. Adding these together gives us 14. 7 plus 6 plus 1 is 14 electrons, therefore 14 dots. Counting our dots, we see that we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. There are only 12 dots in this structure. So this is a no because it has the wrong number of valence electrons. And the correct number that we calculated is 14. All right, that would be final answer for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope these explanations were helpful.